Damn, my highlight is popping. Okay, we're ready. So, hi guys. This is my first video. I'm Hope. How are you guys? Today, my first video is going to be story time. It was going to be a story time / get ready with me, but I tried to film that. I got too distracted. I told the story all the way through before I could even finish my eyes. So, today's story time is going to be, as you read from the title, a girl followed me. She really did. So I'm going to be telling you about that. Keep in mind, I wasn't as spiritual as I am now. This was around a year ago, and I've learned so much. I've grown so much as a person. I would not react the same way if this would happen again. So just know that I am not condoning her behavior, my behavior, and I will tell you the moral of the story and some tips of what I would do differently and how you should handle the situation, because I did not handle it the way I should have. Luckily, everything turned out fine. I would not have put this much negative energy into it, because I'm sure one of the crappy things that happened to me later on was probably karma from that. You know what I mean? So what you put out into the world, what you give energy to, always comes back around. Anyway, let's just get into the story. So, like I said, it was around a year ago. If you don't know me personally, I had a 2001 Nissan Maxima. It was like a gold / silver, like a champagne color. It was really weird. So I was on my way home from work. I was on 55. If you're from my area, I was on 55 South. And yeah, around Imperial exit, I started hitting pretty thick traffic and was stuck for a long time. I had been stuck in traffic for like 20 minutes already. And we had just passed M. I say we because we were all a group. We were all pretty much a parking lot on 55. So we had just all gotten past M. If you know what I'm talking about, it's an exit. It's a highway. So we had just passed that exit, and I was like, you know what, this is getting ridiculous. I have to pee so bad. I'm just gonna get off at the next exit, and I know a little way to get to my boyfriend's house from there. That's where I was heading. My best friend and her boyfriend were over at my boyfriend's house already, so obviously I wanted to get there and hang out with them before it was too late. And it was already like going on 8 o'clock because we're stuck in traffic. And so I start to get over. Someone let me over. Thank God. You are lucky to get let over in traffic, because people are just selfish. So I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like in my rearview mirror, like, you have no idea. Thank you. I was just now sitting in this lane, not moving at all. And people started coming over in my lane. So I'm letting them over because I had to be let over by the guy behind me. So like, you know, I'm just like, all right, come on over. It's cool. And then all of a sudden I see that everybody is getting over because the highway shut down. So I was like, oh, okay, so I need to let a lot of people over. I let a whole group over. So clearly, like, it's not just me, like, being mad that I'm stuck in traffic. Like, it is what it is. The highway shut down. All of these people have to get over regardless. So let them over. Like, it's common sense. I am letting a bunch of people over. This girl on my driver's side, I'm in the far right lane direction. She's left to me on my driver's side, and I see her putting her blinker on. She's in a little Eclipse, and she puts on her blinker. I leave a gap because I already let people over, so there's still a gap, and I'm like waiting for her to go, and she's not going. Like at all. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go then, because like I'm not gonna waste everybody else's time and create more traffic because you just want to sit there. So I closed the gap, y'all. I went, like, I don't think I was wrong there. Whenever I passed her, I could see that she was on her phone. So like, how are you gonna ask to get let over and then not take your opportunity because you want to be on your phone? Like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm not gonna play that game. I don't really want to be behind you. I really don't want you to be behind me, but like, you know? So I was just like, I don't think I'm in the wrong there, but okay. She started like flailing her hands around and like flipping me off, and I could see her yelling, and I'm just like, okay. I remember when I had road rage, like, what are you even doing? You're making a fool of yourself already. So I'm just like, all right, that's funny. And so I'm just laughing because what else am I gonna do? Like, you're making a fool of yourself. I'm not mad. I just think it's funny. It pissed her off more. Maybe she saw me in my rearview mirror laughing, which I don't know because it was like starting to get dark now. So I don't know how she saw me, but I think she saw me laughing. She was mad, and we sat in traffic for a good 15 more minutes. And finally, traffic clears, and we're actually exiting, and I was like, yep, I really need to stop at this gas station now to pee. Like, it's gotta go down. So I pull into the gas station, and this girl, she pulled in behind me. She pulled in behind me. So you know what? This is what I mean by I was not as grown as I am now. Would not react the same now. But I was petty. So I pulled into a parking spot that had two open by each other so that she would pull in right next to me. Guys, please don't do what I did. Don't try this at home. So pulled into a spot big enough for two, and sure enough, pulls in right by me. So her passenger side is like right by my driver's side. I hop out of the car. Before I could even hop out, she already had her window rolled down, and I'm like, all right, let's go then, sis. Mad, really? Because I didn't let you over even though I tried, and you didn't take the opportunity? Like, it is not my fault. Just was like, I need to hear what this little girl thinks she has to say. And I mean, I guess she was older than me because of what she said, but we're not there yet. I'm getting too much into it. Okay, so I get out of my car, and she has her window rolled down already, and before I could even say anything, I was about to open my big mouth, best believe, but before I could, she said, do we have a problem? I was gonna for real act this out and like edit it really funny, but I figured that was being too extra, especially for my first video. Like, I should just tell the freaking story. So she goes, do we have a problem? And I said, yeah, apparently we do, because you followed me to the gas station. And then she was just like yelling inaudibly. I couldn't make out anything she was saying, but at the end I thought I heard her say, because you wouldn't let me over with your busted car. What does my car have to do with this? You were on your phone. Hey, tough girl, get out your car, because I'm not gonna do this game. You followed me. You clearly have a problem. Let's settle it. Like I said, do not do what I do. Don't be as bold as me. You never know what people are capable of. And that was the biggest lesson that I wanted her to learn, because she clearly didn't seem to like understand that. Like, she had no idea what she was doing and like the danger she could possibly be putting herself in by following someone. The point is don't follow anybody. It is so dangerous. She said, no, are you crazy? After I said, okay, tough girl, get out your car. And I said, yeah, a little, but you're lucky I'm not crazier than I used to be. That was like after I had thought I grown, and I was still acting a fool. She said, yeah, you are freaking crazy. You're lucky that I'm not crazier. I just wanted to get that through her mind, because she, like I said, clearly didn't seem to understand the dangers of following somebody. She was scared because I was gonna beat her ass. Like, sis, you're lucky that's all I'm doing, because there are so many crazy people out there. You see so many crazy stories on the news, and you're like, do I really live in a world with people who are this crazy? Yeah, you do. With how many times I just said crazy, you would have thought I created a challenge for myself to see how many times I could fit the word crazy into a sentence. Like, I wanted to like prove a point to her. So I was just like shook that she was scared that I was gonna beat her up. Like, yeah, because you followed me. Like, you created the problem. She was like, just go inside. I was like, no. One thing you need to know about me is that I'm a Taurus. I'm mostly earth signs, and I'm mostly fixed signs. So I am very set in my ways, and if someone tries to tell me to do something, I have the impulse to do the exact opposite, because someone has the audacity to tell me what to do. I don't know why I'm like that. I don't know. I actually do, because astrology really helped me figure out why I am the way I am. So I was like, no, I will stand here all night, sis. And she was like, oh my God. And so she goes to pull out of her parking spot, and this girl backs up, and now her like passenger side, I'm like standing in front of the gas station, like where all of like the front row cars should be, parking spots, you know. She pulled out, her passenger side is like facing me, and she's like screaming through her passenger side window like an idiot. And right before she goes to drive away, she stops and yells, "F you," and goes to throw a condiment cup out of her window. Do you know what I mean? You know, when you ask like at McDonald's, can I get a side of mayo or like pickles? But yeah, a condiment cup. She tried to throw it out of her window at me, and it hit the window frame and came back in her car. That's the best part of the story to me. I am sorry, but that's golden. That is karma. Instant karma. So I just screamed through the parking lot, "You're a clown!" And then she drove away. And that was really it. But it was just so funny. People at the gas station were looking at me like, this is crazy. And I was like, you know. Only because people make me crazy, but I figured out how to control that now, so I'm a lot better. But the moral of the story, like I have said plenty of times by now, is that you should never follow someone because you don't know their intentions, don't know what they're capable of, don't have road rage. Like that girl was literally mad because she didn't take an opportunity to get over. It's beyond me, but one thing she said, I had such high adrenaline the entire time. I blacked out. So I remember her saying, "How old are you?" And I was like, I was 21 at the time. And so I was like, 21. And she was like, "Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sis, you look like you're like tops 22. So I don't know what you're talking about." But like, if you look that young and you're older, good for you. But I highly doubt you're more than 3 years older than me tops. So like, I really don't know what you mean by that. But have a nice time riding on your high horse. Karma's gonna knock you the f off. Like, that's all I got. It was just really funny. And I just want you guys to learn a lesson. Don't follow someone. Don't have road rage. If you are being followed by someone, do not go to your destination. Do not go home. You go to your nearest police department and call the non-emergency line and tell them that you are on your way and you don't know for sure if this, like, you know, tell them the situation, because you would rather be safe than sorry. Period. I felt like that was a really funny story. It just cracks me up. I really cannot believe that she said, "With your busted car." Like, in my head, I'm like, there's about to be a busted face. Like, obviously I'm not the same anymore, but I was just like, looking around for who the she thinks she's talking to. Like, not glad that someone wanted to talk to me that way. Like, okay, calm it down. Like, no, I couldn't. I did not have the control back then. That is my story of the time a girl followed me to the gas station. I just want to reiterate that people are off their rockers. So, and they carry firearms. We're not gonna get into my opinions. But protect yourself. If you're being followed, go to the nearest police department and tell them that you were on your way. Tell them the situation. Like, I don't know what else to really say other than don't be me and don't be that girl. Like, period. Don't be either of us, because I'm not saying that I was right in the moment. I shouldn't have acted the way I did. I wasn't wrong for scooting up whenever she wouldn't take her opportunity. I was trying to respect the people who let me over previously and not waste their time. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Get ready for more content from me. I really don't know what you want to see from me, actually. I have a lot of video ideas, but a lot of them are for when I am more established. So yeah, if you have any ideas, that'd be great. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you thought, what you want to see from me in the future. Have a good day, guys.